Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this Tuesday morning, March 8th, 2022. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading indicators, and we supplement that with some of our what we consider to be the best in the business one-on-one remote training, which we think one-on-one training is really the only way to successfully learn currency trading with someone who already knows how to trade and can kind of quickly convey to you based on your specific skills and where you're at, how to trade. With that, we have a dozen different trading signals from our indicators. And what we're going to do this morning is we're going to focus on two of them. Trade I specifically like is something called the 10-point trade. And then if we have time, we will do might try to take a little scalp trade. So with that, let us get started. We need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the other great things about our program is that we do these live sessions. When you become a regular member, every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Every evening at 10 p.m. we do a live trade. We have additional training on Wednesday evening and Saturday morning. So the opportunity to connect with a trader who's successful, who's good at what they do, watch them do their analysis, so it becomes a teaching moment. More importantly, while you're learning, you get trade setups from people to allow you to make money. When you are in the light, you get access to kind of a limited schedule so that you can taste a little bit as what it's like. So we are here this morning. If you could mute yourself, that'd be terrific. A little later this morning, there's an intro to coaching session that you can go to at 9:30. With that, I trade off of a little checklist. Before we came on, I checked to make sure my green charts and MetaTrader 4 was connected and live. Review of the previous day's trades. Specifically, when I am reviewing trades that didn't go as I thought they should go to figure out what it was that I did wrong, so I can not continue to do it. Last night, we took two trades, both on the AUD USD. We had a real clear signal. We took a buy trade in an up market. In fact, we doubled up on it. We took a 10 pip trade and a 20 pip trade on that. So we took a total of 30 pips off of it. We had about 26, 27 pips till we hit that resistance line. We came in a little under it to make sure we'd execute. And then also, if you followed my trade setup from last night, that also closed during the night for another 10 pips. So in all, we've done almost 20, 30, 40 pips from last night to this morning. So with that, let us check the news. As we're technical traders, we want to know what the news is so that we can trade around it. If there's anything that might impact currency, we want to know because we are not fundamental traders. Fundamental traders try to predict what the impact of the news is and trade off of that. We don't do that. So we figure out what the news is by going to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. Right now we are here at 6:30. The next item coming up is at 8:30, and we've got kind of clear sailing all the way till tonight at 5:15 when in Australia their Fed chairman is going to speak. So with that, let's get into it. We've got nothing to worry about. I'm going to go ahead and close this for now so that we're not using up bandwidth. This first chart I am using is one of the standard layout charts. It is the light 6 majors. I like to call it a composite chart because it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. These are all on a 1-hour candle. Off of a 1-hour candle, the trade is usually good for anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, which is based on my risk preferences where I like to be. Do I sometimes take more? Yes, I do. But I'd say the majority, 80% of my trades are right around that, between that 5 and 35 pip mark, usually right at that 10 pip mark. So with this, I start with the middle part of the chart, and I am looking for situations where we're either above this blue line, which is the overbought line, where these lines are above and pointing down, or below the red line, which is the oversold line and pointing up. So when we're below the oversold line, that's a buy opportunity. When we are above the blue line, that is a sell opportunity. So here we are overbought. Minors are started to come down, but the majors are still going up. I want all the lines in agreement. The more agreement I can get, the higher the chance that the trade is going to do what I believe it's going to do. So if I don't have agreement here, I just skip and go to the next one. Here we've got Euro USD. We were just approaching overbought, and the signal changed and started going down. The majors, minors are kind of still going sideways. So nothing there. Pound USD. We were overbought. We are coming down. All the lines are coming down. So I like this. The lines are all clustered together. So I like that. There's nice steepness to the line, especially the minors. The minors are the black and gray lines. The majors are the red and green lines. So I've got 3 points here. One, that we were overbought. 2, that they're all going down. And 3, that the red line is crossed over the green and the black line is crossed over the gray. That's a double cross. So I've got 3 points here. When I have 3 points here, I'm going to go up to my TNTs and count how many lines are consistent with the sell signal I see here. 2 orange lines are going down, telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, as I've got the dotted blue here, that means sell. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me sell. I need to have at least 3 of the 4 telling me sell. So I've got 3 of the 4. And then I am looking at my pressure. I want the lines either going down or the red line on top. And I have down pressure here. So with that, I've got 7 points. 1 here, 3 here, 3 here. So what this trade allows me to do is each of these sections of the chart are measuring something different. And when I get consistency across all of them, it is a good trade. So now that I see that I've got the trade set up, my next question is, how much is it worth? I want to go, if I go and I take a look at my trade schedule, I want to know where the support and resistance is and what the trend is. So let's go and take a look at that. So we are going to go to the pound USD. This is a Euro USD, so I'm going to just go ahead and change the symbol. Great Britain pound USD, and this is going to show me the pound USD across multiple time frames. So I've got a 2-minute, a 30-minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, and a day. And I am specifically interested in what is going on with the 2 hour and the 4 hour to decide if I like this setup. And ideally what I want to see is I want to see on the 2 hour and 4 hour that we are overbought. And that gives me confidence that if this signal changes on the 1 hour, if the 2 hour and the 4 hour are both overbought, it will eventually go down. So I just may have to wait longer for the trade to materialize. So here it never really got overbought. It has started to turn, but it never got overbought. And here on the 4 hour, we're oversold. So I don't like taking a trade when the one indicator is oversold, overbought, and the other indicator is oversold. Yes, we can get some going down. This can change and stay down here. You can see it's come down, gone up, come down, gone up. It can continue to go down, but I prefer to take trades that have a very high probability of doing what I expect. And if this is down here, I'm not going to my probability isn't as high. This is a nice setup here on the 1 hour, but for entry, I want this to be overbought. So I'm going to hold off on this trade and pass. So let's keep going with our analysis. So the reason I don't like this is because when I looked at the 2 hour and the 4 hour, the 4 hour is oversold versus being overbought. I could maybe live with this, even though it didn't get to overbought, but I don't like this. USD Canadian. Another good signal. This one's probably even a little bit better than this one. Everybody was overbought. We're going down. Everybody's going down steeply. And I got the double cross. So I've got 3 points here. Ooh. I've got the thin orange going down, but the thick orange is going sideways. So I only have one of these. And thick blue is going up. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 3 of the 4, minimum of 3 out of the 4 to consider this. So again, I'm going to pass. This is a nice setup, but I don't have the support of the other indicator telling me that this is a good down move. USD Swiss franc. We're more than halfway. I don't like to take it when it's more than halfway because I want to get the run. You know, had I been able to catch this up here, I could have gotten, how many points is this? You know, there was 27 pips here if I caught it up above. I don't know how many more pips there are in left. So to get the pips I'm looking for, I want to catch it up here. USD yen overbought, but we're still going up. So let's try another pair that's non-US. So I've basically cloned this chart and used other non-US based pairs.
Can we try gold?
Euro pound, we're in the middle of the channel. Australian dollar, yen overbought, but still going, hasn't quite turned. Euro Canadian, overbought, coming down. So I've got 3 points here. One, we're overbought. Two, everybody's going down. And three, I've got the double cross. Two orange lines going down, supporting what we're seeing with the majors and minors. Two blue lines going up. So I've got all four. I've got up pressure, but I've got red on top. So I've got a point here. So I've got 8 points. With the 8 points, again, I'm going to go back and I want to see if I get support on my 2 hour and 4 hour. So this is a euro Canadian dollar. Let's go ahead and change this to euro Canadian. Now see the difference here. Overbought, everybody's coming down. I don't necessarily need to have everybody coming down like this. Just that I just want them overbought. Coming down adds to my confidence. Overbought, everybody coming down. So what this is telling me is that we've got a down signal coming, and it's pretty strong. When I look at the pressure, red on top, and here pressure is up, red is about to cross over. So I like this across the board. Now that I like the setup on the 2 and the 4, I am going to go take a look and see what the trend is. So I'm going to open up just a clean chart that lets me take a look at that. And that's going to be euro Canadian. And I want to know where the support and resistance is. So since I don't normally trade this, I don't have it mapped out like I do on the euro USD. So we're going to just drop a little, drop some support and resistance on here. Support and resistance are where the lines, the candles seem to naturally stop. So I'm going to pull it together so I've got more data points to work with. And a horizontal line. So I'm going to drop in a horizontal line and then kind of move it to where I see kind of natural stopping. So it seems to stop right in here. And we will try to do a couple above and a couple below, because that is going to then become my my bounds for how far I can go on taking this trade. Let's put one more below. On the euro USD, I'm just trying to decide what the spot should be. Let's see, right in here, it looks like it stopped right in here and in here. Let's put one more above. Now, our only thing here, it's got me a little concerned, is we're kind of pretty clearly trading into a downtrend, but it may have broken the downtrend here. So let's open this up so we can see it a little better and see what's going on here. So since yesterday, it's we're going up. The trend is a little bit up, but it's not a big up. Here we've got like 2 weeks worth of down. Again, last night I was telling you a little bit about that gap trade where it gapped, and usually you can trade that gap. It will go back and recover, and it just about did here before it kept going down. So you could have easily taken half of this gap on that Sunday afternoon. I'm going to take this off here so we can, because it's distracting me. Come on. Delete. And let's take this off. Delete. And then, so what I want to know, let's move this so we can see it, is how much room do we have up and down? So we've got 30 pips down and 24 pips up. 30 pips down and 24 pips up. And we were looking at a down trade. And it's going down while we're even talking. It's so 29 down. I'm just thinking about it here. I like this for just a second. Let's take 10 pips down on this. 10 pips down. Since we're trading into what appears to be an uptrend, I don't want to take the full down move on it. So we'll take 10 pips down. So open up your trading app, and I am going to go to File, New Chart, and this is Euro Canadian, so it's going to probably be down in this third group. Euro Canadian right here. I'm going to go to the second row to New Order. Check my symbol. My volume is going to be my lot size. I'm going to just move this decimal place over 4 spots. So I'm going to take a lot size of 0.82. I can have 2 open trades with that. And I am going to take a market sell. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit right yet. Sell. Once it's recorded, I am going to right click anywhere along here, go to modify. we are going to take 10 pips. 10 pips is the equivalent of 100 points. Click the little blue button. It does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 for a stop loss. So 400 points is 40 pips. I am going to click the red button. It does the math for me. And there we are. In fact, in looking at this, I'm just going to move my stop loss. I want to get it outside of this tail because I don't want to get stopped out. So I'm going to move it just a hair above it. So I've got a take profit of 1.39502, 1.39502, and a stop loss of 1.40061. Stop loss of 1.40061. And let's see if we can find one more trade. Let's see if we can find a little quick scalp trade. So let's go back to our let's go back to our chart. On the scalp trade, I am, this is a different trade. So we're using a different signal, and it basically focuses on what the thick orange line is doing. And I am looking for situations where this number, which measures the position of the thick orange line, is at 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either. So let's see. That's not 0 or 10. No, 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 no. Yes. This is within 1 point of 0. When I see this at 0, and you can see it's been at 0 the last 2 hours, I then look for confirmation. What this is telling me is it doesn't see there's any more down in the movement, that the down movement is kind of petered out. So with that, I want confirmation, which is, again, another great thing about the tools, is that it gives me confirmation. So I want to see all 4 of these lines well below the oversold line. And right now they're in the middle of the channel. So I don't have support for this buy. When this is at 0 and all these lines are down here, when the candle changes at the top of the hour in 2 minutes, a minute and a half, there'll be a little snap and we can get 5 pips out of that. So let's see, let's go and we'll look at a couple of the other charts and see if we see the 0 or 10. So this is a quick little trade that we do right at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes. So 7 isn't close enough, 4 isn't close enough, 8 isn't close enough, 3 isn't close enough, 0 is close enough. But my lines here again aren't oversold, so I don't have these lines where I want them to be. Let's try another chart real quick before the candle changes. We got less than 50 seconds left. Waiting for it to change. Come on. No. Oh, this is close. Lines aren't down far enough. Yes. Oh, lines aren't down far enough. Let me just see what happens as the clock changed. Normally, when we go from 0. So this is within 0 to 1. If the clock changes like it did, I want to see this jump by at least 1. This was just a fraction over 1. But here the lines aren't down far enough. The lines really need to be down. Like the lines need to be this far over, like on the above side, on the below side. And here they're just touching. So this isn't quite far down enough. And these aren't quite far down enough. I really want them further down to get that bump. So we took one trade this morning on the Euro Canadian. It was a 10 pip sell with a take profit of 1.39502, 1.39502, and a stop loss of 1.40061. And we'll just double check the signal here one more time before we leave. That was on the second page, I think. Oh, no, we've got it right here. We don't even need to do that. All right, we're still going down. It's kind of lost a little bit of steam. We're about where we... Yeah, it's lost a little bit of steam here, but we're going to be okay. This will maybe take 3 hours to get to where we want to be, where it runs through the channel.
USD dead. USD cash.
If you have it on it, just type it in the chat, please. Let's take a look at what we've got. And let me see. There's no sound. Check your speakers. There should be. I'm showing it's working on this side. Any other questions? All right, gang. There will be no live trade Thursday morning this Thursday as I am traveling. No live trade this Thursday as I am traveling. But I will be putting out on Thursday evening, I will put out a trade. Wednesday evening, I will be traveling, so there'll be I won't be sending out a trade on Wednesday evening. So no trade set up on Wednesday evening, and no live trade on Thursday morning. Let's see. USD Canadian. USD Canadian. Let's take a look. USD Canadian. See, on the 1 hour chart, I don't like it because it's already made its move. It's run through the channel. We do have the setup here on the 4 hour chart. Everybody's going down. There's nice steepness here. 2 orange lines are telling me down. Thick blue is telling me up. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. I've got up pressure with red on top, and the lines are diverging. So I've got a point here. So this is a nice setup. Would I take it? Maybe. I'm not going to take it now because Again, my comfort zone is trading off of the hour chart. If I saw this setup on a day chart over here, I might take this. But if you take that trade, USD Canadian, you're going to have to be willing to wait till 7 p.m. tonight for that to maybe close. It's going to be a longer term trade. Normally when I'm taking trades, I like to get out within 1 to 3 hours, unless it's that overnight trade. That is a good setup. So if you're willing to wait 12 hours for it to make its move, the setup is there. The setup is there. So what's it worth? See, the chart's going to be a little bit different. And it's consistent with what we were seeing on the USD Canadian. The question is, ooh, look at this. Now, the issue here is you're trading against the trend. It's an uptrend, but you had that big up move yesterday. And, usually you start to get some retracement. This is a 1 hour chart. Let's make it a 4 hour chart and see what it shows us. I like to trade. I can't say what it's worth. It is a good signal, but you're going to have to wait a little bit. I'm not XAU, AUD. I don't even know if I XAU. I mean USD, gold. I don't have XAU, AUD on my chart. I don't have that on my chart, James. So, okay. Thank you, gang. And we will see you next Monday. No live trade on Thursday as I am traveling. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.